Tanner Smith, circa 1916, disciple of a young writer named Jack London. Tanner Smith, now consigned to what is affectionately known by the Bowery Boys as the Ref. A grim sojourn into solitude, despair, pain, and sooner than he knows, a curious corner in the Twilight Zone.
I've been watching you.
I know.
You gonna tell your father?
Why would I do that? I wouldn't want to get you into trouble.
It'd be worth it. You're so pretty. Does your hair always shine like that?
Almost always.
I saw you go into the library.
I like to read.
Well, so do I. Books about wolves.
You better go. I wouldn't want you punished.
But I want to see you again. Talk to you.
I don't think that would be wise.
I'm not wise. I'm just hungry for someone. I'm Tanner. Tanner Smith.
I've got to go.
Oh, wait. Well, can I see you again? Please?
We'll have to be careful.
I dream about you.
So you say.
Oh, it's true. Pretty dreams. The trees are as high as the sky. Do you ever dream about me?
Sometimes.
What is it?
The dreams frighten me. They're dark sometimes. Winds are blowing and I hear strange sounds. I wake up fearing I'll be calling your name and my father will hear. I have another book for you, Tanner.
Another Jack London.
I know how you like stories about wolves.
Oh, a wolf mates for life, Amy. Did you know that? For all his life, he'll never know another. I have something for you, too.
It's lovely.
It was my mother's.
Really?
No. That ain't true. I don't want to lie to you, Amy. I don't ever want to lie.
Then where'd you get it?
I picked it off a drunk in Chatham Square. But I never hurt no one, Amy. You gotta believe that. I'm sure I had a real gift for picking pockets, but it was just a way of surviving. I had to do it. It's just a way on the streets. You understand?
I don't care about all that. I know what you really are. I love you, Tanner. My sweet, gentle Tanner.
Amy. Dear Amy.
Kiss me, Tanner. Kiss me.
just like him, Mother. In the hay at dusk with any filthy scamp that winks an eye. A wolf steals a lamb from the flock, eh? Well, my young sir, to me belongeth vengeance and restitution. I have warned you time and time again to stay away from the scum in this place. They are animals, beasts, to be caged away from the decent people of this world. I have taught you the scriptures, girl. I have prayed that you'd live by them. And I will not have my flesh betray their righteousness.
I hate you.
And if you should choose to disobey me again and crawl to him in the night, I'll know it. And I will see to it that he's found dead in some dark hallway.
No!
Girl, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right. You'll kill Tanner if I ever see him again. I know him. He'll do it.
Well, now, Amy, you know the hokey ain't gonna let that happen.
You're nothing but a broken down old bum. What could you do? I just want to die. That's what I want. To be dead.
No, Amy, dying ain't the answer. Not for you, not for Tanner. Because you're young. And you're in love, and you must never give up hope.
I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't mean it, Hokey.
Oh.
Amy, have you seen her? Her father didn't hurt her, did he?
Not her spirit, boy. She's a bright arrow. She has the power to soar above her father's deviltry.
Oh. You know where she might be?
She spends her evenings in the library, poring over the books like she's searching for something.
I gotta see her.
No, Tanner, you can't. Her father told her he'd have you done in if she saw you again.
I don't care.
No, Tanner, you mustn't.
I gotta see her.
Oh, Tanner, no.
I know the hokey told me, but I had to see you. I had to.
I've missed you so much.
Amy, we gotta find a way out of here.
I've thought of everything. There just isn't any way. Except...
Except what?
Come with me. It's probably the oldest book in the world.
But what is it? What's it got to do with us getting out of here?
Just listen to me, Tanner.
I'm listening, but I don't get it. But I just don't understand, Amy.
You believe in the human soul, don't you?
Well, I guess I do.
Tanner, this book is all about releasing the soul to renew its existence into another time and place. Look, you see these lines?
Yes, I see them, but what does it have to do with us?
I don't know if it's really true. But the book says by concentrating on the lines, you'll soon be able to see a door. And if you persevere, you'll be able to open that door and pass right through it.
Pass right through it? But to where, Amy? Where?
A better world, Tanner. A free world.
daughter.
Amy. Amy!
Tanner!
I had this dream. Like you or someone was calling me, and then the gate was open.
Tanner, there's no time. My father will know that we're meeting.
But we're outside. We could run away right now.
No, Tanner, it wouldn't work. He'd find us no matter where we went.
I can hardly breathe without you. How can I live without you?
Tanner, listen to me. I have found the only real way out. It's in that book I showed you. It's another world, Tanner. A younger world.
What are you talking about? I don't understand you.
Please believe in me, Tanner. When the time comes, you'll know.
But Amy...
I love you, Tanner. I'll always love you. Now get this piece of paper to him. Make him believe. Promise me.
I promise, Amy, I promise, but I don't think he'll believe me.
If you're convinced, he'll believe you.
Amy, are you sure of what you're doing?
For the first time, I do feel hope. Now remember, Hokey, I may seem dead, but I won't be. My mind and spirit will just separate from my body.
But Amy, if you seem dead, your father will think you are, and he'll try to bury you.
I don't know what will happen, but I'll be free.
Amy. Amy, wake up. No! Why would you leave me? Why?
Dad! It was you! God! She killed herself because of you! Damn you!
Take him to the hole and lace him up tight.
You killed her, and you're gonna rot in hell for it!
Hell, that's your home, young sir. A true disciple of your master you are.
Amy! Why didn't you wait?
Tanner!
Hokey? She's dead.
No, Tanner, I swear I saw her. She left her body, moving into the other world.
But how can that be?
She told me how she did it, and how you can do it too.
Thou shalt vow a vow unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not slack to pay it. For the Lord thy God shall surely require it of thee. Thou art my battle axe and my weapon of war. And the enemy is the son of the morning, the disciple of Lucifer.
But if this is our last chance, please, believe me and do as I say. They're together, running free, in a place where no one can hurt them again.
A song of the younger world. A tale told on wintry nights when the moon is full, of living with wolves and learning to howl.
Keep them.
Helgramite method. Cure for the problem drinker. Hey, can I buy you a drink? Weird. Another one, Jamie.
Your pizza's getting cold.
Look, we'll just make it one for the road. I'm out of here. Put it on my tab.
You were that one before.
Miley Judson, an everyman who has strayed from the path, slipped and fallen many times. A man who seeks solace from his problems at the bottom of a glass. A good man at war with himself, slowly drowning in alcohol, swallow by swallow, pulled down by the insidious undertow of an endless ocean of booze, helpless to stop doing the one thing he does better than anything else: drink.
Hey, rise and shine.
Jamie. Just one more for the road.
That's what you said 5 hours ago. We're closed, Miley. Go home.
Home. I gotta go home. Ready? I'm home and it's pizza time! Whew, God. God. Hi. I'm sorry, honey. I know you're hungry. So what do you say we take this old cold pizza, put it in a nice hot oven.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Are you sick again, Daddy?
Come here. You hit the trail, kiddo. You got school tomorrow. I've had it. I can't take any more.
Dr. Jeannie
Merrick.
I know. Listen, I know it's late, but Matchbox says 24 hours a day.
Come. Come in, Mr.
Miley Judson.
Judson. Come in, Mr. Judson. I'm used to my patients dropping in at odd hours.
The advertisement mentions a cure.
Yes. The Helgramite method. Go ahead. Help yourself.
You want one?
No, thank you. Now, I'll need some information.
Information? What kind of information?
Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, I'm tired of talking about all the friends I've lost. Tired about talking about all the blackouts. Tired of the hangovers. Look, I know I got a problem. I'm an alcoholic. I guess the bottom line is, what can you do about it?
Have you tried to quit?
Oh, 1,000 times. Tried everything. Shrinks. Aversion therapy. Nothing lasts more than 2 or 3 months. Because I love this stuff. I hate this stuff.
I understand. And I can help. I've yet to encounter a case that's beyond my help. The Helgramite method is unique.
Well, what are you going to do?
It's the first step in your treatment.
Pretty. Ooh, let's see. Nice one. Oh, well. What the hell? What have I got to lose?
You're quite sure you want to quit drinking? I want you to understand that with this method, there's no turning back.
Things couldn't get much worse.
That's all there is to it for now. Call me in a couple of days.
Well, that's all there is to it. There's no lecture.
Next visit. You don't want to hear any speeches tonight. Go home. Get some sleep.
What do I owe you?
The initial consultation is free. We'll discuss payment later if you decide to continue.
Oh, hell, I'll give it a shot.
I'm certain you will, Mr. Judson.
Oh, how about one for the road? No, just kidding. Morning. Really tied one on last night, sorry.
Is that the best you can do?
Franny, I think we need to talk.
Talk? Miley, I'm fed up. Do you understand?
Hi.
Hey there, Chatter.
Hey, Chatter. Here. Come here. Take your breakfast. Go in the other room.
No, I said I was sorry, Franny. We'll talk tonight. Things will change. I promise. You'll see.
Man, you're really putting them away.
Watering the stuff down, Jamie? This stuff's got no kick at all. Give me a whiskey, will you? Make it a double.
I never saw anybody drink that much and stay conscious.
I don't feel a thing. This is nuts.
I see you've been drinking, Mr. Judson.
Just tell me what's going on.
Well, as you recall, last night you agreed to start the Helgramite treatment.
So?
Have you ever heard of the Helgramite worm, Mr. Judson?
What? No.
Ah. Well, the capsule you swallowed last night contained a rare sort of tapeworm, the Helgramite larva. By now, the worm has attached itself to your stomach. Your drinking has stimulated its growth.
Worm. Oh, God. You gotta be kidding.
From now on, the Helgramite will absorb all the liquor you can consume. You won't feel any effect from drinking.
You don't think I believe any of this, do you?
Seeing is believing. Of course, this one's not yet fully grown.
You put one of those things in me?
The pleasure of alcohol is over for you. No more buzz, Mr. Judson. No matter how much you drink, the worm will never be satisfied. And if ever you stop drinking, the pain will be excruciating.
How could you do this to me?
You did it to yourself.
Oh, I've got to get rid of it!
You can't! A worm is no part of you.
There's got to be something I can do.
There is.
What?
Starve it into dormancy.
How?
Stop drinking.
Stop drinking. I stop drinking, I can stop it.
It's dangerous. You might not live through it. And even if you succeed, the worm will always be waiting for you to drink again. Every time the Helgramite is wakened from his dormant state, it comes back stronger.
Oh.
Eventually, strong enough to kill you. I think the Helgramite is getting thirsty, Mr. Judson. Would you care for a drink to ease the pain? Or have you got the guts to stop?
You look terrible.
I want you to take Chad. Go stay with your mom and your dad for a week, maybe 2.
Why?
Because I'm gonna lick this thing once and for all. Cold turkey.
Same old broken record.
I know you don't believe me, but this time is different. Franny, give me one last chance.
Miley.
Please, I can do it.
What makes you think that this time is going to be any different?
It has to be. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, Chad.
Hello? Hello? Miley? Miley, is that you?
you're feeling is nothing compared to what I went through when I lost my family. The man had been drinking. My wife and 2 children were crossing the street with the light. He didn't even brake until after he'd hit them.
I came to you for help. I came to you for a second chance.
And I'm giving you a chance for a new life. You've begun the process. Now you either quit drinking or die.
Are you sick again, Daddy?
I've had it. I can't take anymore.
It's dangerous. You might not live through it. And even if you succeed, the worm will always be waiting for you to drink again. Every time the Helgramite is wakened from its dormant state, it comes back stronger. Eventually, strong enough to kill you.
Thanks. Keep them. Might need them.
Miley, where you been keeping yourself? You on the wagon again?
Saw to square my tab.
Thanks. How about a drink? It's on the house.
Gotta run.
See you around.
Miley Judson happened upon the simple discovery that there is no surefire cure, no quick fix, no shortcut to either sobriety or peace of mind. Some people achieve it through an individual act of will. Others find strength in numbers. What Miley Judson needed was a little something extra, something that could only be found in the Twilight Zone.
found this in my office on the floor. I think you dropped it. Ira, I've seen you staring at that picture before, mooning over it. Look, I know it's none of my business, and I shouldn't pry, but are you and Valerie having, problems?
Marvin, what are you talking about?
She isn't a client, is she?
A client?
Ira, is there something going on
with her? Can you believe it? He wanted to know if I was having an affair with the girl in the picture.
And what did you say?
What do you think? I said, Marvin, you yut, that's my wife.
You didn't even recognize me?
Well, come on, sweetheart. I mean, you were just a girl back then.
Oh, I see. In other words, now I look so much older.
No, you're more mature now. Then you were flighty, you were silly, you were cute.
What am I now, Quasimodo? See, that's why you're always mooning over that picture.
Of course not, sweetheart. That's not what I meant at all. It's just, I don't know, back then, things were different. I was different. You were different.
We were kids. Would you really still rather be driving around in that stupid old van of yours, searching for ourselves, finding who knows what kind of body lice?
Don't tell me you don't miss those days. You said so yourself. I couldn't get enough of you in those days. I was insatiable.
Well, it certainly wasn't my sense of style that attracted you. I looked like a bag lady. But if you want to see cute...
Listen, Val, I really don't want to see another picture of your damn dog.
Not the dog, Ira. You were adorable. I'd really like to see you going into court looking like that.
Why can't we be more like we were back then?
It's late. I gotta get up early.
Hey. I am still insatiable, you know.
So take an appetite suppressant or something. I'm going to sleep.
We've never denied that Cal Methyl dumped the stuff there. We're simply saying that since it was all done over 30 years ago, that their culpability must be viewed in an historical fashion.
That is the most self-serving argument I've ever heard in my life.
In 1958, the prevailing opinion about a corporation's responsibility to the environment was vastly different. Cal Methyl will clean up the site, and that'll be that. Besides, no one's health was impaired.
Marvin, how do you sleep at night? Mothers give birth to deformed babies because of our climate.
How can anyone doubt the public-mindedness of a corporation that sponsors 2 symphonies and 3 TV documentaries a year, all on endangered species?
We're not a PR firm, for God's sake.
Come on, man. The argument is not without precedent. You know it. It's exactly the same position that Ogilvy, Melnick, Blinkman, and Schramm used in the New Hampshire versus Fahrenheit case, which, as you very well know, the smart one says is going to be upheld.
Marvin, pull over. Stop the car. Stop the car, Marvin, right now!
But Ira, the reservation's for 12:30.
Can't help it, Marvin. I'll see you back at the office.
I'm probably waiting there already.
What is this, some kind of a joke?
I knew it. I knew you'd freak when you saw me.
What'd you do to your hair? You're supposed to be at work now?
Cool out, Ira. Don't you like what you see?
Val, this isn't funny.
It isn't supposed to be. Come on, Ira, relax. You've been wanting me this way for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, but
Then quit fighting me.
A joke is a joke, Val. This is ridiculous.
Call her.
How did you do this? You look so young.
Call her.
Hello, aerobics. Can I help you?
Yeah, Annie?
Ira?
Yeah, it's Ira, right. Valerie's not there, is she?
Yeah, of course she is.
She is?
I told you.
Yeah, you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
I'll put her on. Hello?
Valerie?
Ira? What's wrong, hon? You sound...
Wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I won't be home for dinner.
You have a late appointment.
I have a late appointment.
Oh. Okay. Ira?
Yeah, Val, listen, I'll get something to eat somewhere.
Love is all you need.
Love is all I need. Listen, Val, I'll get something at the deli, okay?
Ira, are you sure you're all right? You sound like you've had a stroke.
No, I'm fine. I'm real fine.
You were incredible.
The whole afternoon's ahead of us.
Val, I am totally wiped out. I'd have to be hospitalized by nightfall. This day, it's real. You are real.
And I'll be here for you whenever you want me.
But how did you? Where did you?
I'm the girl you married, Ira. The one you dream about. You don't ask so many questions, Ira. You can blow a good thing that way. Don't you get it? You've been thinking so much about the way it used to be that what you want so bad has become real. That's me. The Valerie that you remember. The one you hoped would never change. And I haven't.
I wish I could say the same.
Tell me about it. What's with the suits?
That is my court costume.
You did it. You're a public defender like you are.
Corporate counsel.
Bummer.
Well, my life's not so bad.
Then why are you so sad? You never used to be a sad person, Ira. What happened?
Valerie, yippies turned into yuppies. Jerry Rubin runs a business networking salon, whatever the hell that might be, and that is what happened. Okay, I know how that must sound, and you're right. There's much more to it than that. I'm just being facile. I'm oversimplifying. I mean, it's a whole evolution of the social infrastructure we're talking here. So much more gradual, much more complex. Jeez, Val, you gotta understand. You must. You were there. We were gonna change the world, remember? Somewhere along the line, I don't know, we lost each other somehow. Est and the me decade, leveraged buyouts, tanning parlors, aerobicizing. Seems like nobody cares about anybody anymore, except himself. Our focus just narrowed.
Then we need to expand it. Let's do some window pane and watch the walls melt.
Valerie, if I went anywhere near LSD, we could watch my brains melt right out my ears. Sweetheart, nobody does that anymore. Wake up, smell the 80s.
Jeez, Ira, you are a stone drag.
Where you going? You just got here.
You know, man, we used to laugh at people like you.
Valerie?
I'm in here.
Who's laughing in here?
The TV, Ira. I turned it off when I heard you come in. There's nobody here but me and Herman Hesse.
Sid Harton, huh? Wow. You know, there was a time that I thought the whole damn key to existence was contained in this book. You were reading with the TV on?
Yeah, I just got an urge. It's something you said last night.
Don't stop on my account.
I was just about ready to go to bed anyway.
You go on. I'll be up in a while. I have some transcripts to proof.
I called your office today. The receptionist said you never came back from lunch.
Yeah. There was a meeting at Cal Methyl on short notice. Took all day.
Okay, Ira. How could you all let it happen?
It wasn't exactly a conscious choice we made.
I mean, how could anybody who cared about money as little as you did suddenly need to have it so fast and so often that you have to have it from a little machine on the street?
I guess I figured if I couldn't change the world, I'd settle for a little corner of it. Mine, ours. Make it safe and secure, and that takes money.
And have you done that?
I'm a sellout. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's not that, babe. It's just, well, are you happy?
Yes, I am happy. I don't know.
Most of the time I am. Something is missing.
Sure there is. Me. Come on, honey, you've got to tell her.
What about
I've been a memory too long. It's her turn now.
I had a great time. I felt like a kid for a while, but I cannot do this to her. This is my wife we're talking about.
Ira, who am I?
Oh, God. Valerie?
Ira.
What in the hell is going on here?
Ira, wait a minute. It's not what you think.
What the hell it is, and how could you do this to me?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's that?
Forget about her. Who is that? I want to introduce myself before I kill him.
Oh, my God. Ira. It's me. Oh, so you've been doing it, too.
What do you mean, too? Come on, everybody. Let's not get uptight.
You know, you're beginning to sound like something out of a rerun of the Mod Squad.
If there was ever a reason to get uptight, my friend, this has got to be it. What is going on here?
I don't know, but I guess two can be nostalgic as easily as one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy is not taking my place.
But Ira, what about me? What about us?
Forget it. I must have been crazy to even consider it. I want the two of you out of here right now. Why? I haven't wasted my life. I deserve to be here. So does she.
Yeah, man, we've got a handle on all this stuff that counts. The dreams, the ideals, the love.
What are you talking about? You are 18 years old. You don't know squat about life or love. Real love is commitment. What am I saying?
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Ira, we almost made a stupid mistake. Say, we nearly lost each other because these two...
Where'd they go?
Who cares? They were beginning to annoy me anyway.
They? You mean we?
Were we really like that? All that arrogance, that naivete, that pomposity.
Idealism, the passion, the fire.
Well, what if they're right, Ira? What if we've really wasted our lives?
You know, I wasn't aware of the fact that our lives were over. I mean, just don't suddenly lose your social conscience because you cut your hair, you know. Come here, will you? Come here. You know that world out there that you wanted to change? It's still out there. It's just our focus narrowed, that's all.
Then we need to expand it.
What do you want to do? You want to drop a little acid and watch the walls melt?
No. No, I want my life to be about something more than watching my weight and thinking about how it used to be.
Why don't you make it that?
And how about you putting in some hours at that legal aid clinic that's always after you?
Maybe I will.
And maybe we could have a baby. As long as you're still insatiable.
I think I will be.
It has been said the 80s are just the 60s 20 years later. The costumes may change, but the cast remains. The arrogant, the radical, the naive and the cynical, the misplaced and the spaced. Each a stage in the growth of a generation as it treads the tail end of the 20th century.
Bonjour, Monsieur Legrand.
Maggie?
Found this in my office on the floor. I think you dropped it. Ira, I've seen you staring at that picture before, mooning over it. Look, I know it's none of my business, and I shouldn't pry, but are you and Valerie having, problems?
Marvin, what are you talking about?
She isn't a client, is she?
A client?
Ira, is there something going on?
With her? Can you believe it? He wanted to know if I was having an affair with the girl in the picture.
And what did you say?
What do you think I said? I said, Marvin, you yutz, that's my wife.
You didn't even recognize me?
Well, come on, sweetheart. I mean, you were just a girl back then.
Oh, I see. In other words, now I look so much older.
No, you're more mature now. Then you were flighty, you were silly, you were cute.
What am I now, Quasimodo? See, that's why you're always mooning over that picture.
Of course not, sweetheart. That's not what I meant at all. It's just, I don't know, back then, things were different. I was different. You were different.
We were kids. Would you really still rather be driving around in that stupid old van of yours, searching for ourselves, finding who knows what kind of body lice?
Don't tell me you don't miss those days. You said so yourself. I couldn't get enough of you in those days. I was insatiable.
Well, it certainly wasn't my sense of style that attracted you. I looked like a bag lady. But if you want to see cute...
Listen, Val, I really don't want to see another picture of your damn dog.
Not the dog, Ira. You were adorable. I'd really like to see you going into court looking like that.
Why can't we be more like we were back then?
It's late. I gotta get up early.
Hey. I am still insatiable, you know.
So take an appetite suppressant or something. I'm going to sleep.
Denied that Cal Methyl dumped the stuff there. Was saying that since it was all done over 30 years ago, that their culpability must be viewed in an historical fashion.
That is the most self-serving argument I've ever heard in my life.
In 1958, the prevailing opinion about a corporation's responsibility to the environment was vastly different. Cal Methyl will clean up the site, and that'll be that. Besides, no one's health was impaired.
Marvin, how do you sleep at night? Mothers give birth to deformed babies because of our climate.
How can anyone doubt the public-mindedness of a corporation that sponsors 2 symphonies and 3 TV documentaries a year, all on endangered species?
We're not a PR firm, for God's sake.
Come on, man. The argument is not without precedent. You know it. It's exactly the same position that Ogilvy, Melnick, Blinkman, and Schramm used in the New Hampshire versus Spiridine case, which, as you very well know, the smart one says is going to be upheld.
Marvin, pull over. Stop the car. Stop the car, Marvin, right now!
But Ira, the reservation's for 12:30.
Can't help it, Marvin. I'll see you back at the office.
I'm probably waiting there already.
What is this, some kind of a joke?
I knew it. I knew you'd freak when you saw me.
What'd you do to your hair? You're supposed to be at work now?
Cool out, Ira. Don't you like what you see?
Val, this isn't funny.
It isn't supposed to be. Come on, Ira, relax. You've been wanting me this way for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, but
Then quit fighting me.
A joke is a joke, Val. This is ridiculous.
Call her.
How did you do this? You look so young.
Call her.
Hello, aerobics. Can I help you?
Yeah, Annie?
Ira?
Yeah, it's Ira, right. Valerie's not there, is she?
Yeah, of course she is.
She is?
I told you.
Yeah, you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
I'll put her on.
Hello?
Valerie?
Ira?
What's wrong, hon? You sound...
Wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I won't be home for dinner.
You have a late appointment.
I have a late appointment.
Oh. Okay. Ira?
Yeah, Val, listen, I'll get something to eat somewhere.
Love is all you need.
Love is all I need. Listen, Val, I'll get something at the deli, okay?
Ira, are you sure you're all right? You sound like you've had a stroke.
No, I'm fine. I'm real fine. You were incredible.
The whole afternoon's ahead of us.
Val, I am totally wiped out. I'd have to be hospitalized by nightfall. This day, it's real. You are real.
And I'll be here for you whenever you want me.
But how did you? Where did you?
I'm the girl you married, Ira. The one you dream about. Why, don't ask so many questions, Ira. You can blow a good thing that way. Don't you get it? You've been thinking so much about the way it used to be that what you want so bad has become real. That's me. The Valerie that you remember. The one you hoped would never change. And I haven't.
I wish I could say the same.
Tell me about it. What's with the suits?
That is my court costume.
You did it. You're a public defender like you are.
Corporate counsel.
Bummer.
Well, my life's not so bad.
Then why are you so sad? You never used to be a sad person, Ira. What happened?
Valerie, yippies turned into yuppies. Jerry Rubin runs a business networking salon, whatever the hell that might be, and that is what happened. Okay, I know how that must sound, and you're right. There's much more to it than that. I'm just being facile. I'm oversimplifying. I mean, it's a whole evolution of the social infrastructure we're talking here. Something much more gradual, much more complex. Jeez, Val, you gotta understand. You must. You were there. We were gonna change the world, remember? Somewhere along the line, I don't know, we lost each other somehow. Est and the Mead decade, leveraged buyouts, tanning parlors, aerobicizing. Seems like nobody cares about anybody anymore, except himself. Our focus just narrowed.
Then we need to expand it. Let's do some window pane and watch the walls melt.
Valerie, if I went anywhere near LSD, we could watch my brains melt right out my ears. Sweetheart, nobody does that anymore. Wake up, smell the 80s.
Jeez, Ira, you are a stone drag.
Where you going? You just got here.
You know, man, We used to laugh at people like you.
Valerie?
I'm in here.
Who's laughing in here?
The TV, Ira. I turned it off when I heard you come in. There's nobody here but me and Herman Hesse.
Sid Hart, huh? Wow. You know, there was a time that I thought the whole damn key to existence was contained in this book. You were reading with the TV on?
Yeah, I just got an urge. It's something you said last night.
Don't stop on my account.
I was just about ready to go to bed anyway.
You go on. I'll be up in a while. I have some transcripts to proof.
I called your office today. The receptionist said you never came back from lunch.
Yeah. There was a meeting at Cal Methel. It was on short notice. Took all day.
Okay, Ira. could you all let it happen?
It wasn't exactly a conscious choice we made.
I mean, how could anybody who cared about money as little as you did suddenly need to have it so fast and so often that you have to have it from a little machine on the street?
I guess I figured if I couldn't change the world, I'd settle for a little corner of it. Mine, ours. Make it safe and secure, and that takes money.
And have you done that?
I'm a sellout. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's not that, babe. It's just, well, are you happy?
Yes, I am happy. I don't know. Most of the time I am. Something is missing.
Sure there is. Me. Come on, honey, you've got to tell her.
What about
I've been a memory too long. It's her turn now.
I had a great time. I felt like a kid for a while, but I cannot do this to her. This is my wife we're talking about.
Ira, who am I?
Oh, God. Valerie?
Ira.
What in the hell is going on here?
Ira, wait a minute. It's not what you think.
What the hell it isn't? How could you do this to me?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's that?
Forget about her. Who is that? I want to introduce myself before I kill him.
Oh, my God, Ira. It's me. So you've been doing it, too.
What do you mean, too? Come on, everybody. Let's not get uptight.
You know, you're beginning to sound like something out of a rerun of the Mod Squad.
If there was ever a reason to get uptight, my friend, this has got to be it. What is going on here?
I don't know, but I guess two can be nostalgic as easily as one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy is not taking my place.
But Ira, what about me? What about us?
Forget it. I must have been crazy to even consider it. I want the two of you out of here right now. Why? I haven't wasted my life. I deserve to be here. So does she.
Yeah, man, we've got a handle on all this stuff that counts. The dreams, the ideals, the love.
What are you talking about? You are 18 years old. You don't know squat about life or love. Real love is commitment. What am I saying?
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Ira, we almost made a stupid mistake. Say, we nearly lost each other because these two.
Where'd they go?
Who cares? They were beginning to annoy me anyway.
They? You mean we?
Were we really like that? All that arrogance, that naivete, that pomposity.
Idealism, the passion, the fire.
Well, what if they're right, Ira? What if we've really wasted our lives?
You know, I wasn't aware of the fact that our lives were over. I mean, just don't suddenly lose your social conscience because you cut your hair, you know. Come here, will you? Come here. You know that world out there that you wanted to change? It's still out there. It's just that our focus narrowed, that's all.
Then we need to expand it.
What do you want to do? You want to drop a little acid and watch the walls melt?
No. No, I want my life to be about something more than watching my weight and thinking about how it used to be.
Why don't you make it that?
And how about you putting in some hours at that legal aid clinic that's always after you?
Maybe I will.
And maybe we could have a baby. As long as you're still insatiable.
I think I will be.
It has been said the 80s are just the 60s 20 years later. The costumes may change, but the cast remains. The arrogant, the radical, the naive, and the cynical the misplaced, and the spaced. Each a stage in the growth of a generation as it treads the tail end of the 20th century.
He's crazy. That's what he is. A loony. A nutcase. A genuine wacko.
Uncle Edgar is always looking for things. Things like 3 paper clips or a chrome coat hanger.
Or 1 patent leather tap shoe.
He rummages through trash cans. He goes to garbage dumps.
He's always bothering my other tenants. One day it's bicycle spokes. Then it's baseball cards. And who do the tenants complain to? Yours truly.
He won't let anybody into his apartment. Not even his own niece.
All that junk he's collecting, it's a fire trap.
He could hurt himself.
And other people. Namely, me.
He needs your help.
Yesterday, he wanted a yo-yo. By 6 o'clock. And last week, pieces of broken dolls. Heads, arms, legs.
Please do something, Doctor. Please, for his sake. And ours.
Of course.
His bell don't work.
Mrs. Milligan.
I think he's disconnected it. Down there, in the basement.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks anyway, Mr. Pilchick, but I already found a brass thimble. You're not Mr. Pilchick.
I'm Dr. Jeremy Sinclair. May I talk to you, Mr.
Some other
Witherspoon?
time, perhaps. I have to look for a doll's head.
One old man in a private world of irrational urgencies. For Dr. Jeremy St. Clair, an all too common sight. But Edgar Witherspoon is a most uncommon old man with a secret that reaches out to the 4 corners of the earth, as the good doctor is about to discover.
Your niece. She worries about you.
She's a very nice woman, so tell her not to worry. See, a simple solution. Thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure meeting you, but I have to get on with my work.
Your work?
I bet you'd like to know what it is, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Wrong answer. You see a doll's head here anywhere?
You mean like that?
Ah, too big. Also brunette. I need blonde. And I need it in 5 minutes.
And, what for?
You want Santa Barbara to fall into the ocean? Then stand aside, sir. Stand aside. Just in the nick of time. No time to lose.
Mr. Witherspoon.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be rude. You've come all this way to see me.
May I come in?
And it was so nice, a pleasure meeting you. Tell my niece hello. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to stop the shaking in Santa Barbara.
Mr. Witherspoon.
On your way out, could you dump this?
Good afternoon, Doctor. Did you see Uncle Edgar?
Yes, this morning.
Well?
I wouldn't exactly call it a long conversation.
But long enough to realize that he's...
Oh, absolutely. On the other hand, Mr. Witherspoon appears happy and quite harmless.
Harmless? He pesters strangers on the street. He runs after garbage trucks. That is far from harmless. Somebody saw him take a baby's bottle out of its carriage. I'm afraid he'll get arrested next time. Doctor, I will sign anything. Cooperate in any way I...
All right, maybe I'll have another chat with him, and a longer one, and see if I...
A small earthquake tremor was felt shortly before noon today. The force was enough to rattle dishes and a few nerves, but no injuries
Did you hear
were
that?
reported.
What?
There was something about it. Sorry, it was nothing. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll call you as soon as I can.
Thank you very much.
Acid rain is affecting the northern lakes even more than scientists.
Mr. Witherspoon?
Go away. I'm not home.
It's Dr. Sinclair. I was here last week, you remember?
Sorry, I wasn't home last week either.
Mr. Witherspoon, I could legally force you to open this door to me. Is that what you want?
You're a curious one.
Odd, you mean?
I mean nosy.
I'm paid to be nosy. Curious, I mean.
Really? Don't you think that's odd? Most people are curious for nothing. That's very nice for you. Are the hours good?
Mr. Witherspoon, why do you collect dolls' heads, shoes, paper clips?
I can't afford Rembrandts. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. As usual, it's been lovely. Please don't call again.
I may have to. And next time it might not be so lovely. You understand what I mean, Mr. Witherspoon. Wouldn't you rather invite me in of your own free will?
You must. You must. Be very, very careful where you walk. That was a close shave.
This is very interesting, Mr. Witherspoon. What is it?
This? This is the only thing that keeps the world from going poof.
Now, let me understand you clearly, Mr. Witherspoon. You say that this is what keeps the world from going poof?
And it's not easy. Most things are nearly impossible to find.
Where would you look for a skate key?
Oh, I can't imagine.
I found one, though. You think that's crazy?
Well,
You wouldn't by any chance have a business card, would you?
oh, yes, of course.
That was an easy one.
Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I've seen more than enough.
I used to be an engineer. Earned lots of money. Then I retired. Worst mistake I ever made. Life was so damned boring. And then the voice spoke to me.
Oh, you also hear voices?
You too?
Please, tell me about it.
I was sitting in the park one day feeding the pigeons, and suddenly, there it was, the voice. Edgar, it said, have you ever been to England?
Oh, yes, why?
No, that's what the voice asked me. Edgar, it said, in the heart of Big Ben, there is a pendulum that tells the clock how fast to tick. At the bottom of the pendulum, on top of the big weight, there's a stack of pennies. Every so often, they take one off. The clock speeds up. Or they put one on, the clock slows down. The pennies change the balance just a little, but enough to keep the whole mechanism running perfectly.
So, what you have here is some kind of clock.
Of course not. Why would I build a clock? $3, any drugstore. Doesn't lose 10 seconds in a year. Anyway, the voice said, Edgar, the world is a funny place. Little wars here, big wars there, volcanoes going off, storms, tornadoes, a terrific amount of noise and bother. You have to build something that will keep the world from going too far, maybe even going poof. What the pennies do for Big Ben, this does for the world.
Who do you think it is who's speaking to you?
Well, sometimes I think it's God. And then I think, no, God would have a deeper voice. Would you care for a prune, Doctor?
Oh, no, thank you. I was just leaving.
But you've just arrived. Oh, careful! I have no idea how the thing works. All I know is that the voice tells me what it needs, and I get it.
Goodbye, Mr. Witherspoon. You keep up the good work.
We could call it a sculpture. Would that make my niece happy? What? Oh, no. If you happen to run across an old tuba, would you bring it by? I need it in 2 hours. Cynthia, don't do this to me.
Uncle Edgar, please. It's just for 3 days while they observe you.
It's too long. It has to be maintained, kept in balance.
Mr. Witherspoon, you hear voices. That isn't normal. You must understand that.
You hear voices, too.
No, healthy people do not hear voices.
You hear mine, don't you?
That's not the same thing.
Why, what's the difference between a sane man hearing a crazy voice and a crazy man hearing a sane voice? Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. You don't understand the risk you're taking. I knew it. There goes Tatoa.
What's Tatoa?
A tiny island in the South Pacific. What time is it?
3:17.
At 3:17 in the afternoon, Tatoa became history because of you. Please, well, there's still time.
It'll take me days to clean up this junk.
Keep her away from it. Remember Tatoa.
Classic psychosis. Tired, feeling useless, he created a typical delusion of grandeur that he was vital to the world's survival.
Poor Uncle Edgar. You will take good care of him, won't you?
Mideast stalemate continues. Congress passes Transportation Act. And in the South Pacific, the tiny island of Tatoa is destroyed by a tidal wave. Details on this and all the news in an hour.
Did he say Tatoa?
Yes, the number for the Chronicle, please. Thank you. Hello, I want to check on a news story. I just heard something on the radio about a tidal wave destroying an island. Yes, that's it. Are there any details? Really? I don't know. When? This afternoon? I mean, exactly what time? Thank you. Miss Walker!
Yes, Doctor.
Tatoa was destroyed at 3:17 this afternoon.
Is that bad?
Last week, Santa Barbara was hit by an earthquake. I'm not taking any chances. Oh, my God. The landlady. She'll destroy it.
Santa Barbara?
Get Mr. Witherspoon released immediately. Drive him home. You personally, as fast as you can. Don't touch a thing! You didn't, did you? You haven't touched anything or moved anything.
Not yet. Why?
Because this is the creation of a disordered mind. And by studying it, analyzing it just exactly as he left it, I can come to a deeper insight into Mr. Witherspoon's problem.
He's a loony. What else do you have to know?
No. It's not that simple.
I can't rent this place with garbage in it.
All right. I'll rent it.
You?
Yes. I'll give you double what you're getting. I'll be up later with a check. Thank you, Mrs. Milligan.
He's escaped.
Excuse me. Hello.
Mr. Witherspoon! Mr. Witherspoon!
Should I call the cops?
No. Everything's going to be fine, Mrs. Milligan.
You got a handkerchief?
Oh, yes. Yes, right away.
Thanks. That lady had me dressed so fast, I left mine behind.
Mr. Witherspoon, I don't know how to begin to apologize. Nothing in my training had prepared me for a case like yours.
Well, nice meeting you.
Where are you going?
Away, finally, after 11 years.
But what about Puff?
The voice spoke to me while I was in your hospital. It said, "Edgar, have you ever been to Miami?" I said, "No, but I used to think it would be a nice place to retire." "Go for it," the voice said. "You're off duty."
You mean all this isn't necessary anymore?
Sure it is. It's absolutely essential. The world still has to be kept in balance.
So who's going to... I mean, look, it needs adjusting already. There, that's it. Now, if I can just get a ping pong ball in there by 7:13,
Well, I guess we solved that little problem. I'd get cracking if I was you.
Impossible. I refuse.
Jeremy, really, you'll grow to like it. Give it a chance. So long. Don't take any wooden nickels. Unless you really need them, of course.
Mr. Witherspoon! No, a tambourine. You gotta help me. I have to find a tambourine right away. Right away, please. Can you help me? Do you know where I can find a tambourine?
If in the next few months you notice that there's been a spate of catastrophes or things are just not going right, remember that Edgar Witherspoon's replacement is learning how to make some precise adjustments. Don't worry, his education will not last long, and then you might give thanks to a physician whose practice extends to the well-being of the entire planet. Dr. Jeremy St. Clair offers a unique form of preventative medicine found only in the Twilight Zone. It's been said that the body is the means through which an athlete can best reveal the dynamic potential of the human spirit. But what happens when the means to that expression is injured beyond repair? Meet Ed Hamner, a once prominent player in the big leagues, a man who's never resolved himself to his fate as a non-participant, but who will soon be forced to bat in the Twilight Zone.
And the pitch. There's a drive to right center. It is in the gap. Man,
go!
First,
that's it! Dig!
Man
Take three!
Second.
Yeah!
Here's the relay from the outfield. Man in there with a
Hey, Paula,
triple.
come on in. Come on.
Carson working fast. The pitch. The routine bouncer to short. The throw to first, and that's the ball game. The Tigers' slump continues.
Bet they wish you were still hitting cleanup.
Oh, I don't know. I had my share of big swings that came up empty. Hey, how was practice today?
Pretty good. Brian Claiborne says he's going to teach me to throw a curveball. Yeah, I'm not going to. I remember what you said.
You're too young to throw a curve. You'll only hurt your arm. Besides, that fastball of yours is enough to get anybody out. But you got to concentrate. Remember, if you ever feel like you're losing it, just step off the mound, take a deep breath, completely clear your mind.
Confidence and concentration.
It works every time.
Oh, I almost forgot. Well, I hear 20 Ed Hamners will get me a Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. But that's not even the real surprise. Take a look at this one.
Monty Hanks? Never heard of him. Well, not much of a career, 2 years. Good stats, though. 7 home runs his second year. That was a lot in those days before the babe. He looks kind of familiar.
Kind of like the guy you see in the mirror, right? The guy at the shop said he's been holding on to that car for years. Only one like it he's ever seen. It's an off-brand. It's not even listed in the catalog. Well, I gotta go, or Mom's gonna have kittens. See you at the game tomorrow.
Of course, 3 o'clock. Okay. Oh, hey, what about your card?
It's a present. I got it for you. Take care of old Monty.
Hey, Cindy, take a look at this.
Another baseball card. An old one.
An old expensive one. I thought you were going to be revising your resume today, Ed. Your interview is tomorrow. You promised you'd try.
Yeah, but it's the weirdest coincidence I've ever seen. Paula gave it to me. This guy looks just like me, and what's more, in 1909, this Monty Hanks guy batted .322, had 87 ribbies, and stole 31 bases. Is that weird or what?
Or what?
No, but those are even the same stats I had my first year up in the majors.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I thought I had a bad break. This guy really got shortchanged. His team was in the pennant race late September. He got hit in the face with a pitched ball. Never recovered consciousness.
Look, will you pay attention? Your interview is tomorrow, Ed. I think it's a lot more important than some baseball player that died before you were born. You know, Larry Dula is a big fan of yours, and you promised you'd try for me.
I will. I'll be fine. That's at 2 o'clock, right? I'll turn on the old charm, get the job, and be home by 7 with a bottle of champagne to celebrate my gainful employment. How's that?
Vetricom Computer Division. Thank you.
I had a 2 o'clock appointment.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hamner. I realize you've been waiting a long time, but Mr. Dula is still on his conference call.
Would you tell him I had another appointment? I couldn't wait.
All right, we know you can do it. Come on, you can strike. You can get him.
Hey, let's see some smoke.
Yeah. You tell him. You do it now. Come on, concentrate. 3 good ones. We go.
Right.
Well, look who's here. The Rookie of the Year.
Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry. Paula's team won the championship. Coach took the kids out for pizza. They wanted me to come along. I had an hour and a half easy. I don't know. Somehow I just lost track of time. I remembered the champagne.
Surprised you didn't pour it over Paula's head. Isn't that how it's done? What did you think we'd celebrate tonight, Ed? You could have had the Vetricom job, but no, you just walked away from it.
Maybe it's just as well. I mean, all I know about selling computers anyway.
What about our future, Ed? It's been 2 years since your injury. Are you just going to sit around and feel sorry for yourself for the rest of your life? Do you ever think about me? Do you think I like paying all the bills while you sit around trading baseball cards?
Monty boy, come on, are you all right?
You must have one hard head, Monty. I thought that killed you.
My leg.
There's nothing wrong with my leg. Of course there's nothing wrong with your leg. It's your damned head that got hit. Maybe I should send Moran in to run for you.
No, I'm fine.
Well, come on. This ain't no fan dance. Let's play ball.
Play ball!
What happened to you?
Something wonderful.
A busted nose is wonderful.
And that's not all. Oh! Look at this.
Oh, gross.
I did it yesterday. Well, 78 years ago, really, but it felt like yesterday. It's a beaut, isn't it? A real strawberry. I got it sliding into second.
Into second what?
Second base. Spikes high in a cloud of dust. I had 2 stolen bases and a 3-run homer. But I didn't need this. It's that baseball card. Somehow, it took me back. And this guy, Bonnie Hanks, I'm him. He's me. I know. It's hard for me to believe, too.
Maybe you had some kind of a dream or something.
I didn't do this in any dream. Look at the card.
I don't see anything. What?
Check the stats. Home run, second year.
8. 8? Yesterday it was 7.
I hit that one. It was real. I was there. And I'm going back. Hey, kid. You want to see a baseball game?
Yeah, sure, but...
To take my hand.
I don't know, Ed. This is a little weird.
Hold on. Here we go.
We get rough.
Happened, Ed.
Monty, you're late. Get that kid out of here. Come on, look alive. We got a ball game to win.
Huh?
You were great.
I feel great. We're only a game behind the Athletics. If we could sweep them, we take the pennant. And I'll be in the World Series.
Oh, wow. World Series! Uh-oh.
Well.
I was supposed to be home for dinner 20 minutes ago.
But yeah, go on, get out of here. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll see you. Take off.
Don't you think you're a little old to be playing with kids and sorting baseball cards?
I guess I'm not exactly a prize husband. We were just kids when we got married, Cindy. You grew up. I guess I didn't. I still love baseball. I know it's just a kid's game, but I love it, Cindy. God, but I love it.
More than me?
No, not more than you. Can't I have both? I guess not.
I talked to Larry Dula. There's a company banquet tomorrow. Their speaker had to cancel, and he asked if you'd fill in. You know, tell a few of your old Tiger stories. I'm having your tux cleaned. You always look so sexy in a tux.
I don't know, Sid.
Come on, Ed. Once they get to know you, I'm sure they'll find some work for you.
Oh, there you are. It's an early game today. I didn't want to leave without you.
I can't go today. I've got an orthodontist appointment.
But today's the big one. We beat the Athletics today. We clinched first place.
Yeah, I know, but my mom will never let me get out of it. Especially for something I can't even tell her about.
Well, I'll miss you. Won't be the same without you there rooting for me.
Well, I'll still be rooting. I'll just be 78 years away.
Big dinner party tonight. I'm meeting my future employers.
You're gonna be a coach?
Computer salesman.
Aren't you happier playing ball?
It's not that easy, Paula. Not when you're an adult. I have responsibilities.
And I was thinking about 1910. It almost seems like you belong there.
8 innings of goose eggs. I can't believe we're not hitting this guy. Sit down, Monty. You're driving me batty.
You gotta score soon. What time do you suppose it is?
Later than you think if we don't beat these bums.
Ed?
You never swing at pitches like that. Your last 2 at-bats make you look like you don't even want to be here.
Swinging too hard, I guess.
Yeah, well, now get out there and hold them. If they can do it to us, we can do it to them.
Back, I got a problem.
Oh, yeah, me too. If we don't win today, we don't get no pennant. Now, what's your problem?
It's my wife. I promised her.
Your wife? We're into extra innings.
Mac, you don't understand. If I stay here, I stand to lose everything I've got, including my wife. I'm out of extra innings at home.
What about here? I'm talking about the World Series. Are you nuts or what? Walk out of here and you don't come back. I mean that. Not tomorrow, not ever. Moran, take third.
No. I'll finish the game.
That's more like it. Now let's play ball.
Where's Ed?
Don't you knock?
What are you doing to Ed's stuff?
Repaying him? Each one of these cards is a day he wasted. Part of our lives he threw away. Look around you, Paula. I'm almost even.
No. He'll be back. I know he will.
Oh, yeah. Rookie of the Year always makes it home, doesn't he? What if there's no home when he gets there?
Don't say that.
He's a big man to you, isn't he? Big man. You know why he's so nice to you? Because you're a fan. Ed needs to hear him cheering, and you're the only fan he's got left.
Ed just needs someone to care about him.
It's all so simple when you're 12, isn't it? But eventually you'll grow up and you'll realize you can't play games for the rest of your life.
You're wrong. Give it to me, please.
Thought I didn't notice it. Ed's latest treasure? Showed it to me the other day. Is it special to it?
No, it's my favorite. Ed doesn't even care about it. I like it because I told Ed it looks like him, but he doesn't think so.
Lying. I remember now the stats. Same stats as the Rookie of the Year.
No! I bought it for him. It cost so much, my mom will kill me. Please don't.
Take it. Take it and get out. Oh, that's right. Cherish it. You're a girl, Paula. You're just a little girl. But you'll grow up, and when you do, losers like Ed won't look so wonderful. I promise you that.
He'll always look wonderful to me.
Go on, go home. There's nothing you can do for him.
Yeah. There is. I knew you'd do it.
Ed Hamner, Monty Hanks. To some, a mere face on a trading card. But to a special friend, he's an eternal boy of summer. An athlete who found himself drafted by a unique team in a league that plays its games in the Twilight Zone.
Yes, I realize there are only 3 weeks left on the fundraising drive. That's why we've got to make as many contacts as we can. Uh-huh. Well, did you talk to him? Yeah? Jerry, everybody's tired. But we're too close to our goal to slow down now. Right. Yeah, I understand that, but... Well, look, all I ask is that you try, okay? All right, thanks. Bye.
There dwells within this parish a modern-day apostle and master builder who lists among his tools of trade a Bible, a rosary, and a calculator. His name, Father Mark Cassidy. Age, 42. A fair and noble man who's about to discover one of his accounts is still open. That account is labeled Guilt, and it's concealed in a ledger stored in the Twilight Zone.
Good morning to you, Father. Breakfast is up. The bacon's cooked and crisp the way you like it.
Well, I don't really have time for breakfast, Maggie. I've got a meeting with the Trust Fall Foundation people this morning. But I could sure use a cup of that coffee.
You look like you could use a bed.
Maggie, please. We need the Foundation's participation in this drive, and I promised the bishop I'd get it. Is that the biggest cup we have?
Why not hook up the coffee pot to an IV? Father, I know. What you do with your life is your business.
Thank you.
But what you're doing with it is not so good. I gotta go. You're working too hard on this hospital wing. You don't eat right. You need rest. Keep it up, and I'll bet you 2 bones and a cup of milk you'll be the first person needing a bed when it finally opens.
It's a children's wing, Maggie. They won't admit me.
And I think you're worse than a child when it comes to taking care of your health.
School bell rang, Billy. Well, at least go in out of breath to show you made an effort.
Thanks, Father.
Maggie, call 911.
Father Mark, what is it? Father Mark!
Go back. There's been an accident. Call for help. Call for...
I remember that children's wing when it was nothing more than a dream.
Monsignor Perot. It's good to see you, as always.
I look forward to these monthly visits. Gets me out of the city. Makes me feel vital. Oh, do you mind?
No, please. How's the bishop?
Delirious. We don't know what you said to the Trustwell Foundation yesterday, but they've been calling all morning, asking, no, demanding to know what they can do to participate in the building of the hospital wing. Mark, I think we're going to reach our goals sooner than we think. Are you okay?
Oh, yes. I guess it's just the shock of all this coming to an end.
Well, maybe none too soon. Mrs. Dugan cornered me on the way in. She thinks you've been working too hard.
Perfectly all right. I work hard, sure, but so do you.
Oh, I know I do, but I also enjoy my time off. Mark, in the 20 years I've known you, I've yet to see you take a vacation.
There was just too much to be done around here.
I know. And if it wasn't for you, St. Timothy's would have closed its doors years ago. But you need a break, and I want you to take one.
Monsignor, with all due respect, I couldn't take a break right now even if I wanted to, not with us being so close.
But Mark,
I made a commitment to those children and their parents to build them this wing. They're counting on me. If I'm tired, that's a small price to pay for all the good that will come of it. Please, don't ask me to stop now. Not before we're finished. And Father Damien looked at the leper as though he were his brother. And he took the pipe from the leper's mouth and he put it in his own.
Oh, gross.
Well, it sounds awful, I know, but with that one selfless act, Father Damien gave the leper something very precious. He gave him dignity. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go out in the world and help lepers. There are countless other sacrifices you can make in your everyday life that will make you equally worthy in the eyes of the Lord.
Father Mark?
I'll be right back.
Wait! What's he running after? Let's go! Father Mark!
Don't just stand there, get help. Can't you see? Can't you see?
When Father Mark first came to me with the idea to raise money for the children's wing, my reaction was, we better get bigger collection plates. $2 million. I confess I had my doubts. But fortunately for all of us, he didn't. Father Mark, it is due to your undying faith and selfless devotion to the children of this community, to all of the people, that we finally reached our goal. The hospital wing will be built. And I'm happy to announce that from this day forward, it will be known as the Father Mark Cassidy Children's Wing.
This is a great honor. I guess I should be happy, but I don't know if I deserve this.
I know we all know this is an emotional time for all of us, so please, there's refreshments for everyone down in the church basement. These are lovely grounds. I'm surprised you don't make more use of them.
There's just no time.
For people whose business it is to preach eternity, it's ironic that we can't take a little moment to ourselves every now and then. Oh, these roses are especially lovely.
They were a favorite of a friend of mine.
You know, the bishop is singing praises about you. He thinks what you've accomplished here is nothing short of a miracle.
Well, please tell the bishop to reserve his praises for somebody more worthy than I.
There are very few.
Well, Senor, I am only a priest.
No, you're a good priest, and God won't think any the less of you if you pat yourself on the back every now and then.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, that's a matter for debate, and one that you'll now have plenty of time to reflect on.
No, there's still too much to be done around here.
Mark, this is not a request. The bishop has ordered you to take a leave.
But what about the clothing drive and the pageant and the operating costs?
Don't drive yourself so hard. Others can do those things.
No, they can't. You don't understand. There's something God wants me to do. Something here, right here. And I cannot leave until I find out what it is.
What it is? When you came here, St. Timothy's was on the verge of collapse. Now we got a thriving church, a school, a new hospital wing. The parish couldn't have survived without you. You've built a solid foundation. Now St. Timothy's can stand on its own.
What about me? What do I do now?
God gave you a mission, and you've completed it. Trust him to show you what to do next.
What do you want me to do? I live with Kelly's death every day. I keep hearing her crying, begging. Mark, help me. It was so senseless. Why her? Why wasn't she thrown from the car instead of me? How could you let it happen to her? It wasn't fair. I was the coward. I saw the flames, and I was afraid. I could have saved her. I know I could have saved her, but I was afraid. I didn't want to die, so I ran. I know I'm not worthy of your forgiveness, but I ask your mercy. Haven't I atoned enough for what I did? Please, I cannot go on like this. Tell me, why is this happening?
morning, Father.
Yes, it is.
You're looking extremely well this morning, Father.
Blessed are the pure in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. A message delivered from thousands of pulpits to millions of people yearning for peace, including one local parish priest whose road to peace and salvation crossed right through the Twilight Zone. A beautiful summer day, full of adventure for a young boy. On the surface, a field like any other, soon to be covered with neatly arranged family homes. But today, this curious boy is about to discover a terrifying secret that could only be shared within the confines of the Twilight Zone.
Okay, follow me. Watch your step there. All right, you're down.
What is it? An old mine shaft?
No, there weren't any mines around here. More like a cave entrance.
What are those?
Looks like some kind of drawings. See, you're still using one of those old cameras.
Gives the most detail. Well, this is the only part of the cave that we have the paintings in.
Why is that, Dr. Klein?
Well, we think that maybe they used this as a sort of communal area where they got together. We don't really know. All we do know is that you might just be the first person to enter this cave since prehistoric times.
You mean since dinosaurs were around?
Well, maybe not that long ago. But if these cave paintings are authentic, maybe as long ago as 12,000 years. How's that?
Long.
Well, we'll know as soon as we get these... Freeze! Sheriff. Now, very carefully, lift your right foot. Take a step backwards.
Sorry about that. Hope I didn't do any damage.
Fortunately, no, but you're going to have to be a lot more careful.
What's this?
Well, we think that that's a hunting party. See, that's a bison underneath the fire.
What's that over there?
Oh, that. Well, that could be a kind of spiritual doorway or a circle where they all got together for protection.
Wow.
Something, huh?
That was really neat, Dr. Klein. Thanks a lot.
Anytime, Steve.
Bye. See you, Sheriff.
Bye, Steve. Oh, looks like you're making some real progress down there. So what's this problem you're calling me about?
Sheriff, this could be one of the single most important archaeological discoveries of the century. I'll know as soon as I get my photographs back to the university, but meanwhile, I need to know that this site is going to be protected.
Protected? From what?
Vandalism. Some of the artifacts have been disturbed.
Anything taken?
No, just moved around. I think somebody's trying to scare us off.
Well, Doctor, I don't know. A raccoon could have gotten into the cave, I suppose.
Sheriff, would a raccoon drag a sheep's carcass to the mouth of the cave?
Maybe a dog or something. I don't think anybody means you any harm. This isn't like the city. Well, no offense intended.
Well, no offense taken, Sheriff. But in the city, any cop on the beat would have noticed that sign. And speak of the devil, here he comes.
Hi, Sheriff. You still here?
You mean in spite of your feeble attempts to scare us off?
Now, Dr. Klein.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean.
She's convinced that you are causing trouble up here. Is that so, Jim?
She's the one causing trouble. I've got houses to build. Now, just because they found a hole in the ground, my whole schedule's shot to hell.
I think it's a little bit more than a hole in the ground, Mr. Hilson.
Fact is, it's my ground. Now, if you want a couple of rocks and bones, fine. Take them and get out of here.
Come on, Jim. These things take time.
Oh, fine, fine. You want to defend the little lady?
Little lady?
Oh, hold it, you two.
Oh, come on, Roy. You know how it is. I've got 2-bedroom ranch styles to build.
And swing loan payments to make, I bet.
What's my financing got to do with this?
You're probably way out on a limb financially, aren't you? If you don't get this development built soon, you'll lose your shirt, right?
That's none of your damn business.
That's all right, Sheriff. I don't need protection. It's those cave paintings that are priceless that need protecting. And I'm going to recommend to the state that they be protected under existing law. So you can just forget your scare tactics, Mr. Hilson.
Well, I'm not going to be shoved around by some ivory tower intellectual.
Dr. Klein, I will look into the vandalism. So you just go on back to your dig.
She can go back to her dig. But I'm going to court.
Yeah, it could be your lamb.
Dang right it's my lamb, and you got to do something about it.
Don't get your shorts in a knot, Jacob. Bill Dempster's lost some cattle, and Wally Johnson's broodmare's missing. I got my hands full right now.
Look, I think it's Wolf. So is Wally Johnson.
Come on, Jacob. You know there hasn't been a wolf seen in these parts for over 30 years.
Look, whatever it is, you better find out what it is and stop it.
I know what my job is, Jacob.
Ha!
Dr. Klein, do you want to ride with us? We're heading back to the university for the weekend. We wondered if you needed a ride.
I'm staying here, John.
You really should try and get out of this hole for a couple of days. Okay, see you on Monday.
Have a good time.
Bye, Dr. Klein.
What the hell is this?
Still warm, isn't it?
Holy Hannah, you scared the bejesus out of me. Why didn't you answer when I yelled?
I didn't know who you were. What are you doing here?
Tracking missing livestock. All the blood trails I've been following the last 2 days have led in this direction.
And?
And I think I may have an answer. The animals have been dragged into this cave and probably cooked right here. The problem is, who's been doing it? You got any ideas?
Couldn't care less about some missing sheep.
Who said sheep?
Well, I saw the bone, Sheriff. I went up top to get some equipment. When I came back, it was there.
Well, what are you doing here?
I work here, remember?
You're not doing any digging with that little flashlight. What's up?
Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. But there have been some changes in the paintings.
Now, what do you mean, changes?
Let me show you something. Take a look at this.
Yeah? So?
Take a good look.
The hunter is on the right side of this little circle thing in the picture. And on the wall, he's on the left side. Looks like the negative's flipping.
No, no, no. Look. Here, he's facing toward the circle. And there, he's not only on the other side of the circle, he's facing away from it.
Well, I don't know, Doctor. Some prankster could have gotten into the cave and changed the paintings.
Like who?
Maybe the same guys who left the carcass outside the cave. Or maybe you are right about Jim Hilson. Maybe he is trying to scare you off.
Well, I'm no fan of Jim Hilson. You know that, but he's just not bright enough to pull off something like this. Anyway, these are authentic.
And how do you know that these are authentic?
Sheriff, I studied in the caves at Altamira, Casula Gorge, and Caplon. And I did my dissertation on the cave paintings at Lascaux. You just have to take my word for it. I know about cave paintings.
Okay, so they are real. What's your explanation?
I don't have any. And the fact that they're real just makes it that much more disturbing.
Come to think of it, it doesn't explain what you're really doing down here tonight either.
Sheriff, something is happening here late at night. That's the only explanation. There's someone here all day. So whatever is going on happens at night.
And you are planning to spend the night to get the drop on the bad guys, right?
Well, I don't know what kind of guys I'm dealing with, but I intend to find out.
No. You're not doing end of the sort. Come on, let's go into town. You can come back out first thing in the morning.
Sheriff, you're not in charge here. I am. And I intend to spend the night, and that's that. You see, I've got my cot here so I can keep an eye on things.
Doctor.
So you just mosey on along, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Doctor, this is my county.
Toodaloo, Sheriff. Sweet dreams. The figures are gone. What's going on? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Dr. Klein!
Time is the invincible enemy of mortal flesh, or so modern man believes. But somewhere in the dark past, a few of our distant ancestors discovered a way to bridge the millennia. It's a secret that was buried 12,000 years ago and rediscovered for a brief moment in the Twilight Zone.
he gets through that door, I'll die. Please, please, please. If he gets through, I'll die. You've got to do something. Do something. I'll die.
Portrait of a man having a bad dream. His name, Roger Simpson Leeds. Place of residence, a retirement home. Roger Simpson Leeds, who since the death of his wife 3 years ago, has dedicated himself to living a life in which he touches no one and no one touches him. But now contact has been made, and Mr. Leeds is about to find himself touched by the Twilight Zone.
Hey, great day, huh? What do you got? Something good? Uh-oh. Thank you. Something, ladies.
So, how's with that son of yours and the kids?
All right, I suppose.
Suppose? I thought they were supposed to be coming up to visit this weekend.
I told them just that, well, you know how it is. I can't have a bunch of kids running all over the place.
No, of course not. With the photographers, mad social whirl, estate dinners, well, it just doesn't leave time for anything else. I'm sure they understand.
You're an evil man, Frank. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh, yeah, frequently. But then I'm not the one with the nightmares. Hey, one of the nurses told me that they heard you again last night. That's 3 times this week, Roger. Oh, we're meeting in the rec room for poker at 7.
No.
And by the way, I hear you're getting a new neighbor. Somebody's finally taken that room next door to yours.
Just so he doesn't snore.
Who said it was a he?
Aren't you going to say hello to our new guest, Mr. Leeds?
Who turned on the water? Oh, hi, Linda. The dishes will be done in a minute. Okay, right.
Come on, Mike. I mean, lots of marriages are warm, honest, caring, and some are conceived in hell. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Roger, these guys cheat.
We cheat?
Good for you. Takes a big man to admit a thing like that. So, how about it, Roger? You want to sit in on a hand or two?
Told you.
Yeah. Who asked you to deal?
Frank. Frank.
Yeah?
Who's that?
Give me 2. Her name is Laurel Kincaid. Word is she hasn't talked to anybody in 10 years. Not since her husband died. Steady. And she went, away. You look in her eyes, all you see is a reflection. Nothing goes in. Roger? You okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you're not asleep. You're usually upstairs by 10.
No, I don't feel much like sleeping.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk about it?
No. Frank, why don't you just go away? Leave me alone.
Because I'm your friend, damn it. We used to talk, remember? 20 years. That ought to count for something, Roger. Nothing's been the same. Not since... Roger, it's been 3 years. Rachel was like it was yesterday. I've just been sitting here thinking of some of the silly things that we can never straighten out. Jams and jellies. I'd say, pass the jam, please. And she'd say, here's the jelly. I was some kind of a game. And but one day, I was in a bad mood, and we got into a big argument over it. Can you believe that? I mean, the little tiny picky things people argue about. Oh, I miss her so much. I know. Rachel was a fine woman. But you can't keep pushing everyone away. I never knew I needed her so much until she was gone. When I had my first heart attack, she held my hand. And she said she'd never let go, no matter what, as long as I held on. She believed in me. I would look in those eyes. There was nothing there but love. I felt I could do anything because she believed in me. I wonder what she'd think about me now. What? What's happening now? Come on, Roger. Talk to me, Roger. Talk to me.
No, you think I was going crazy. I'm half convinced.
Well, my old father, he never said much of anything that was useful, but he did tell me 2 things. One, that love never dies. And 2, that we're never given anything that we can't handle. Truly.
Frank, please. Don't worry. I'm okay. You know I don't like it when you make a fuss like that, Frank.
All right. But if you change your mind, if you need me, you certainly know where to find me. Well, that's about the most we've talked in almost a year. We ought to do it more often.
Good night, Frank.
Good night, Roger. Hi, good morning. Hey, Roger, you been outside yet? It's glorious. After breakfast, we'd go for a walk, huh? Talk a little, maybe? That'd be nice. And maybe get a little sun. You look awfully pale these days. You could use some sun. Hey, what happened to your hand?
Nothing.
Oh, no, nothing I can't see. This I can see. Therefore, that is something. I've been reading Socrates again. You can tell, can't you?
Frank, Jesus! Can't you ever shut up?
My name is Roger. I think we met. I would just like some answers. I need to know, am I losing my mind? That is you, isn't it? In my dream? Even before you got here, even before I saw you, you were there, weren't you?
Well, what do you know? He's actually talking to somebody of his own free will. Of course, he would pick somebody who doesn't even know he's there.
You must be able to hear me. You picked me, called me. Somehow. What I can't figure out is, why me? They tell me you haven't spoken to anyone since your husband died. So, what do you want from me? You want me to protect you from that thing? Is that it? Because if it is, Miss Kincaid, please, find somebody else. I can't protect you against it. I couldn't protect my own wife when she was dying. She was such a wonderful woman. She was very, very kind. You'd love her. And on Sunday, the kids... I couldn't. You know, toward the end, we were in the hospital, and she could barely see. And, oh, God, she was in such pain. And she kept calling me, please, please. I was right there, but she couldn't see me. And she kept pleading, please help me in the pain, stop the pain. And she called my name over and over again, and I couldn't do anything. I held her hand, and I wouldn't let go. I felt her hand tighten on mine. That was all. I still don't know if she knew I was there. Mrs. Kincaid, that thing behind the door, whatever it is, it's going to come through pretty soon, isn't it? Maybe tonight. Well, I don't know what's behind your door. I don't know what you're afraid of, but there's nothing I can do to help you. I just want everybody to leave me alone. Get out of my head. Leave me alone.
Don't. It's time for me to go.
No, you can't go.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time. Too long. You have to let me go.
No.
Yes, Laura. This isn't even me anymore. It's just a shadow, a memory.
I can't live without you. If you go, I'll die.
No, Laura. Listen. Listen to me. I love you. I want you to go on. I need you to go on. For me, so that my life will have meant something. For me and the kids. For what we had. 40 beautiful years. You are always so strong. You are always there for me. Now I want you to be strong for me one last time.
No.
It's all right. It's going to be all right. But I need you to let me go. Live, Laura. Please.
How can I let you go when you never even said goodbye?
Goodbye, Laura. My true, my greatest love. It was you who called me, wasn't it? Not her. Why? Why me? I think you know.
Frank! Hey, look at you.
Where's Laurel?
Oh, she's out back someplace. We're having a poker game tonight, 7 o'clock. I'll hold a place for you. Huh?
Why bother? You know he never comes.
Eat your cornflakes.
Hello. I know you're there. And I know you hear me. And I can wait. I can wait just as long as I have to.
You've burned your hand.
Yes.
On a candle.
Yes?
I'm sorry.
Last call for breakfast. Would you like something to eat?
Breakfast would be very nice, I think.
We have bacon, eggs, and toast and marmalade. Toast and jam and jelly. And we got hash browns, but I wouldn't go near those if I were you.
Mr. Roger Simpson Leeds, lately returned from a journey into shadow, who found that there is no darkness so complete that it cannot be penetrated by the human heart, or the Twilight Zone.
so that you can feel the weight of your arms, your legs, and your body slipping away. It's a pleasant sensation. You're free of everything holding you back. You can think with perfect crystal clarity. Your name is Lorraine Guston, but you've had other names before this, other lives. They're buried deep inside. But now as you begin to float freely, they start to rise up within you. You can see them clearly. Now, search them for the most significant memory of your past lives. Open your thoughts and let the sights and sounds come in.
I'm sewing. I work in a dressmaker's shop.
Good. What year is it?
A long time ago.
Okay, good. Now, look around you. What do you see? What's happening?
They're shouting at the door. Men with guns. They're wearing uniforms, red. British soldiers. They say they know we're hiding revolutionaries. I keep telling them, no, we only make dresses. We don't know. We haven't seen her. Oh, God, they don't believe us. They don't believe me. Torches, they're setting the shop on fire. They won't let us out, please. Oh, God.
It's all right. It's all right. Mrs. Guston, listen to me. It's all right. It's all right. The fire is disappearing. You're safe. You're safe. It's going away. Everything is as it was. Yes, now you're starting to come back down. You're floating back down. You can feel the weight returning to your legs and your arm. I'll touch your hand, and when I do, you will awaken feeling refreshed, and you will remember everything you've seen. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how to thank you, Miss McNeil. I feel better than I've been in years. For the first time, I understand why I'm so afraid of fire and men in uniforms. And to think it was a memory, and from so long ago.
If we all knew that we'd lived before, and if we could remember those past lives, we'd understand ourselves so much better. Maybe we'd be kinder to one another, knowing that in a previous life we were poor or hurting or hungry.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have you ever tried yourself?
It's ironic, I suppose. I've never been able to remember any of my own past lives. But I keep trying every day. Someday, who knows?
Mary McNeil, dealer in dreams and memories, to whom the uncovering of past lives is the greatest good she can render to a forgetful humanity.
Your name is Mary McNeil, but you have had other names before this.
8:57 p.m., and Mary McNeil makes another attempt to discover a previous life. However, the journey she is about to take is to a different place, a land whose borders are defined by the region we call the Twilight Zone.
Now, search them for the most significant memory of all of your past lives. Search them for the most significant memory of all of your past lives. Nothing again. Well, at least I got some sleep. I am so sorry. I know it's the oldest excuse in the world, but I overslept and I rushed out without even thinking to call. Excuse me.
But have we met?
Oh, of course. We made the appointment by phone. I'm Mary McNeil. You called me last week about wanting help with your memory?
You must be mistaken. There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Oh, certainly. What I meant was the memory of your lives before this one. I can assure you it's a very simple process.
In my last life, I was Corporal Long Desmond. I fought in the Second World War and won the Medal of Honor. Awarded posthumously, of course.
But you know? But how?
The medal? It was nothing. I jumped on a grenade to save my squad.
That's amazing. How did you know that?
Look, I really don't have time for this sort of foolishness. Thank you, and good day.
He ever gave me any changes. I had the same problem with the boss my last life. Man, just my luck to get stuck like that 2 lifetimes in a row. You know, how's it going with you, eh?
Excuse me, miss, can I help you?
This used to be my office.
That must have been some time ago. I've been here for the last 2 years. Is there something I can do? Are you looking for work? You say this used to be your office. Are you out of work?
It's difficult to explain. You see, I woke up this morning, and I don't know what's happening anymore. I mean, I don't know if I've changed or if the world's changed, but something's happened. I don't even know why I'm bothering you with all this. It's just that there's nobody else for me to talk to.
Yes, there is. Now, if it's any help, you're not alone. A lot of people have trouble adjusting to their new lives. That's why we're here. If you would just fill out this form, and when you're finished, we'll talk. My name's Jim Sinclair. I'll be sitting at the desk over there. Excuse me. What's a regression therapist?
It's nothing. I don't think it matters anymore.
Relationship counselor, self-help instructor, 2 years as head of a crisis counseling unit. You have a high priority on helping others, an admirable quality. I see you didn't list anything from your previous life.
I didn't know that you could.
It helps, particularly when you've developed no skills in this life. Now, if we can just run through the jobs you had in your last 3 or 4 lifetimes, starting with the most recent. We won't go back more than a couple of 100 years. There's not much call for blacksmiths.
Well, I've always felt that I must have lived during the Depression.
Felt?
That is, I'm always very moved when I see pictures from that time. As if I knew what those people were going through.
Could you give me some references for this life? Name some of the people you might have known.
I really don't remember.
Addresses, marriages, schools, technical, liberal, anything at all? Look, I'm trying to help you, Miss McNeil. I can't do that if you won't help me.
I didn't say I wouldn't. Listen, I'm sorry I took so much of your time. Thank you for your help.
Sinclair here. I just had a woman in here who listed only her present life on her resume. Yes, that's right.
When I pressed her for details on her past lives, she claimed she couldn't remember them. No, I don't think she's a new soul. She didn't have that vacant look so many of them have. Mary McNeil. Yes, I agree. She could be the one we're looking for.
So her behavior was significant, didn't you say?
A lot of people disapprove of what we do.
Doesn't sound like disapproval. It was more like shock, as if she'd never seen such a thing before.
It's possible she's been out of circulation for a time. That happens. And then there is the other possibility.
So we discussed, but I'm not ready to accept that theory. There's something wrong here. I think she's hiding something, this one. Before we do anything, we must be certain.
Will you bring her in?
If we don't decide to kill her first.
Miss, are you okay? Go away. Let me die in peace.
I'll go get help.
No. No. You know the law. Anybody who wants to die can die. It's my right, and you can't take it away. I've chosen exposure, malnutrition, sleeping pills. It's a lot cleaner than a bullet, isn't it? Guns scare me. A lot of things scare me.
Why in God's name do you want to die?
In my last life, I had a nice job, a nice family. People liked me. Can you imagine that? But now look at me. Look at me. Look at this body I was born in. I have tried everything. Nothing works. I'm going to start over. I'd like to go to sleep.
No.
What do you care?
I care plenty. Not because of what you look like or who you are, but because you're needed in this lifetime. Surrendering is wrong. You're needed in the here and now, not in your next lifetime.
Nobody needs me.
I need you. Seems I don't have anyone or anything. Maybe we could start over together. Can you give me that chance? Can you give me that much? I'll go get help. I'll be right back.
There's a woman back there. Can you get an ambulance? I think she's dying.
It's a man from the agency. No.
I'm
No.
sorry, miss.
No.
You have to come with us.
No. Promise me you'll get that woman an ambulance.
We look after
Promise me.
I promise.
Okay, let's go.
What about the woman?
What about her?
I made a promise.
Get her an ambulance.
Why are you doing this to me?
Call us concerned citizens, Miss McNeil. We're part of a group not quite sanctioned by our government, but then not entirely denied either. We play hide and seek. We seek out people like you, your kind.
What kind is that?
Well, that's what we've brought you here to determine. Who are you, Miss McNeil? Really? I've heard that you claim not to know who you were in your previous lives. You must understand that that's quite irregular. It's utterly unheard of. And we can find no documentation on you. No identity papers, no place of residence. It's as if you did not exist. And if you do not exist, then no one will miss you. So you see, it's in your best interest to cooperate with us. What are you trying to hide? Hmm? Who were you in your previous lives?
I told you, I don't remember.
Remember? Remember what? Names? Places? Body counts? Have you been to Moscow lately? Guyana? Uganda? What names did you go by in your past lives? The Borgias? Attila the Hun? Lady Macbeth? We can run down the whole bloody litany if you like, if it helps to jog your failing memory. Haven't seen our friend Adolf in a while. Could there be a little Führer hiding in there?
Leave me.
You could be telling the truth. If she is, and she's the one we're
Not
looking
in
for.
front of her. If she's telling the truth, we're going to find out soon enough.
And when we went to Daddy's funeral, Mommy said we should be brave. I wore my new blue dress, and I read a poem that I wrote myself. After it was all over, Mommy said we had to move.
Earlier.
But I didn't want to.
Go earlier.
I don't know.
Who were you?
I don't remember.
I'm going to double the serum.
That could kill her.
We're going to have to take that chance.
Welcome back, Miss McNeil.
My head.
It'll soon pass. You were telling the truth. For what it's worth, we're sorry we had to put you through all that. But you're free to go.
Just like that. What about my life? What? Sorry, wrong number. Just hang up and walk away like nothing ever happened.
Precisely, Ms. McNeil. Unless, of course, you would care to work for us.
See you in hell first.
Sinclair, get us some water. We're offering you a very rare chance, Miss McNeil, to go from a prisoner to a savior. You are a healer. We ask you to help us heal. We want you to help us forget. Forget who and what and where we were.
You're out of your mind.
Perhaps I am. Maybe we all are. Look around you. Did you smell the madness out there? It gets worse with every generation. You can smell the death that we needn't fear because we come back, but which is with us from the cradle to the grave. Think of dying and then the new agony of rebirth, and you remember it all, Miss McNeil. We're so busy avenging the past that we lose the present. That's the world we live in. That's the waking horror that's our everyday existence.
What can I do to help you?
You have a gift. We need you to teach us that gift. We need you to help us let the past be swallowed by silence. No more carrying grudges across the centuries. No more longing for days and lives past. Just the moment. And the thrill of making this life as good as it can be. We've waited so long for you, Miss McNeil. If we were harsh, it was out of fear and hope. When we first met, I knew you wanted to help people. We're giving you the greatest opportunity that's ever been given to a person. Help us, Miss McNeil. Help us to forget.
Your name is Ruth Warden. That is the only name that you will remember. Let the memories of your past lives fade. When you awaken, you will remember only that you are Ruth Warden, and you will begin your life with a fresh start.
Mary McNeil, who set out on a voyage of discovery that brought her home again by a most curious route, now appointed guardian of doors best kept sealed in the mirror, mirror world of the Twilight Zone.